Mr. Menon, again, thank you so much for joining us for this part two of this three series webinar and fondly called Menon Mantras, Finance Simplified. Um, Menon sir needs no introduction, but some formalities have to be done. So, Mr. Menon is a Harvard alumnus, and he has over 25 years of career in industry and academia. He was the assistant vice president of SBI Capital Markets, and he's associated with my alma mater, the prestigious SPGN Institute, where he taught me as well. Once again, thank you so much.
Okay, good evening to all of you all. Real pleasure being back here at TIE. I have also joined, Namaskar to all of you. He's very kind, Anjayji, to join us. He has been running an MSME unit for last 20 plus years. He has gone through all the troubles that an MSME unit can go through. Why do I call him an expert? Very simple. Right, he himself has been running MSME units. He's the honorary secretary of an MSME committee. He is on the jury member of e-Samadhan. So if you are getting delayed payments, we always say go to e-Samadhan and apply. I told you last time, he's a jury member there. And what is best about today's expert faculty is he wants to help society. Now I'll just take you through day 2 start, and then I will give it to the expert to take it forward. Any question, welcome. We are out to help you all. And when you say done, then we will exit. Okay. So Dr. Shrikant, the late Dr. Shrikant, but for me, he's still there with me. Right. 2015, Dr. Shrikant expired. He's from SPJ. Thanks to him, I met people like, I met students like Gauravji and colleagues like Anjayji. Dr. Shrikant built up SPJ to what it is today. Current director of our program, Family Managed Business, the living legend, Parimal Merchant, SPJ and colleagues and students. I can see a couple of faces here also. And yes, I say thanks to my consulting clients also, because from them I keep learning something. Some of my clients is Confederation of Indian Industry is my client. It's as simple as that. But I've learned a lot from my students because they are all MSMEs. For this session, I warmly thank Abhayji, who went to Government of India website and got me the details. Rohit, who prepared the slides, the formatting. Anjay sir is right here. God bless it. Right. I have already introduced him because it came from my heart. And of course, dear Gaurav, who introduced me to this wonderful organization. Right. I want to start with a joke. So this is India. Okay, it's a very simple thing. I just want to start a joke because it's a very serious topic. I don't know, right? People have realized the seriousness of what is happening. This is an actual picture which was sent to me. Okay, and I say thank you very much. This is my introduction. I think the best part is the second part. Harvard is okay, but most importantly, I love simplifying complicated topics for my students, and that's what I believe I should give back to society. I don't do teaching as a this is important. I need to clarify. For me, teaching is SPJ and my students. So sometimes, Gaurav, thank you for that. I may use words like bete, bache, because for me, when I teach, it is SPJ only. For a living, I am a consultant. And who are my clients? It's right here. I consult Wärtsilä Diesel, I consult Godrej Group, Novelty, JABS, right? Deutsche Bank, I work very closely with the banks for their structuring of the India operations, right? And I have also invested in a couple of companies, okay? That's my guru, Dr. Shrikant. Right, we have started a Telegram group in his name, and Anjayji now wants me to shift gears and talk about stronger balance sheets. And this week we are starting that stronger balance sheets. Okay, you are all free to join the Telegram group, absolutely free. But we are exchanging ideas. Anjayji is also there in the group. He's guiding my students. That's Dr. M. L. Shrikant. Why do we admire him? 29 years he served SPJ, taking ₹1 salary per year. ₹1 salary per year. India is because of souls like him. Harvard 1969 PhD, came back to India and devoted his life for SPJ. Today, after 4 years, we're still talking about him because I want to send a message to the younger generation. Dr. Shrikant was never a rich person. Dr. Shrikant had all the wealth in front of him, which was social capital. Okay. That's my boss, a true humanist. He guides me. Even now, when I talk about MSMEs, he said, go ahead and do it. Right? You are helping people. Please go ahead and do it. I've been associated with this course for a long time now. Right? This is the latest numbers which have come from UK, and UK has slipped. UK has slipped and slipped badly. It's straight away down by 20%. This is India numbers. This is UK numbers. This is India numbers. all sectors are facing the pain. Agriculture, less pain, but if you come down, you will say across the line. This is a presentation we made to Bank of Baroda, right? You will see that across the line, there is sectors. Every single sector has been hit. So the government has come out with a stimulus package. The government wants you all to rebuild the economy. The government wants the MSMEs to rebuild the economy. And as guest, with that short chat that Anjay ji had with Ajay ji, I realized that this is going to be a very value-added session, right? You can please take my slides also after this, right? There was a new definition of MSMEs which has been going around for a long time, right? And they were doing it, talking about it. But Indians, we work whenever, right? We are in trouble, right? We are in trouble. So this has been going on and on and on. This is 1991 reforms also happened like that. Gaurav, maybe I was younger to you those days, but 1991 reform, India opened up because we were in trouble, foreign exchange trouble. So India is opening up now because of COVID. In a way, I'm happy that COVID is making government act. So this is the definition which came. Then again, there was a lot of hangama, ye right hai, wo wrong hai, and this is the final definition. So what is the benefit of falling under MSME? Right? One of the most important benefit, and I suspect some of you all are not aware of it. Rohanji, please understand, 3 lakh crores is available straight away, 20% additional loan, extremely good loan. No, please understand, no fresh collateral, ad hoc sanction, no guarantee, and 100% credit guarantee cover is given by, right? Please understand, this entire loan is available ad hoc basis. You just have to go to your bank and say, excuse me, can you give me this 20% emergency loan? Simple. Does private banks have it? Yes. Does nationalized banks have it? Yes. Do cooperative banks have it? Answer is no. I checked up with the CEO of Narayanan Cooperative Bank. He says, no. This is not applicable for cooperative banks. But for cooperative banks, have something else for you all. But please understand, all of you all, if you're facing this trouble, though they have said scheme can be availed till 31st October 2020, as it was pointed out in our last webinar by respected sir, Anjay sir, till 3 lakh crores is disbursed. Right, so this is a 4-year loan with a moratorium of 12 months. So some of you last time kept saying you're battling trouble and things are really in a bad shape. Please take this loan facility which is available, I repeat, ad hoc without fresh collaterals. Ajay ji, please add certain more points, humble request, and then we'll take some questions.
I will welcome everybody from my side. See, the interest rate has been capped at 9.25%. Nationalized bank, State Bank, Bank of Baroda, Bank of India are offering this loan at around 7.5%. Private banks like HDFC is 8.2%. Axis Bank is somewhere, I think it's 8.4%. And IDBI is at 9.1%. See, the rate of interest is uniform for all their customer, irrespective of their rating. So there is no scope for any bargaining on or any negotiation on the rate of interest. Either you accept it or it goes to somebody else. Normally, they would take just 4 days to give you a sanction letter. This I have clarified from the local SLBC also. Within 4 days, they are obliged to, 4 working days, they are obliged to give you the sanction letter. Once the sanction letter is delivered, you have to sign the document, and that there lies your decision how fast you do it and avail the loan. The money is to be repaid just like a term loan. It is called working capital term loan. It has nothing to do with your drawing power. It is nothing to do with your margin and CC limit operations. If you don't need it now, there is another rider that the borrower should have a maximum exposure of 25 crores and 100 crore turnover. Below this is eligible, and it should not be a bad account or a stressed account or an NPA account. That's all. Nothing, no more criteria is there. All banks are obliged to give you a loan. If any bank is not giving you a loan, you can always raise up the issue.
It's
even if you don't need it, I'll explain you how you why should you avail this loan. Because even if you don't need this money, you are paying interest on your CC account. You take this money and deposit in your CC account so that the liability comes down in CC account. So if you are paying interest on this account, you are saving interest on the CC account. But you have the liquidity in hand. Whenever you need it, it's available with you. If you plan to switch from one bank to another bank, this facility is not available because on the outstanding liability on 29th of February is your criteria. 20% of that balance will be available to you as a emergency credit line facility, irrespective of your sanction limit.
Yes, certainly. So if any of you all have any questions, you can feel free to just unmute your audio and unmute your video. Suma madam asked that she's on a cooperative bank. So how can they go with the top up?
Unfortunately, the cooperative bank is not eligible to provide this facility. And moreover, my personal opinion would be to move away from cooperative bank. As you progress, the bank will not be in a position to support you for a long time. Because of various reasons, their rate of interest would be higher, their processing fee and charges would also be higher. I don't know what is the benefit of continuing with a cooperative bank, but it doesn't sound prudent for a business enterprise to remain with the cooperative bank for a long time.
So the answer to that, if I could add to what Anjay sir said is, ma'am, this is not extended to cooperative banks. So you have to apply for this as a separate loan. And we have got success stories with Cosmos Bank, Saraswat Bank, etc. But having answered this, the general opinion, and please, we don't want to take any questions on cooperative banks. That is not the agenda. Normally, cooperative banks charge higher than nationalized banks and other banks normally. So if you are really looking at reducing your cost of capital, then it makes sense to look at banks which offer you lower rates, right? So that's the point both of us are communicating. One line answer to your question, ma'am, is cooperative banks are not part of this. So you'll have to approach it on a fresh note. But yes, cooperative banks are sanctioning, but the rate of interest will be higher.
Hi, is Gautam Oswal.
Turnover cap of 100 crore is what is mentioned in the eligibility.
Yes.
I believe now it has been extended to 250 crores.
Sir. For this scheme, it is 100 crores only. 250 crore is the MSME criteria definition. But for this scheme, 100 crores remains as it is. It is 20% of the outstanding liability as on 29th of February of fund-based limit. No, so irrespective of what was your sanction limit, if you have underutilized the limit, you will have a lower eligibility under this scheme.
So please note, this is where the catch is. And unfortunately, neither me or sir can give you a loophole out of it. Please understand that, right, it is utilized limits as on right 29th Feb, fund based.
Yeah, I just wanted to know that if anybody had in cooperative bank account like Saraswat Bank, and we know it is not eligible, but recently account is taken over by some ICICI bank, will they be eligible for 20% extra?
But
from ICICI.
But what was the date of takeover?
Takeover is, you can say,
after 29th Feb?
Yes, it is happening today or tomorrow.
Then it's not. Then this scheme is not eligible.
Acha. But 29th, on 29th, it was due in cooperative bank.
Agreed, sir. But cooperative bank is not a part of this credit line scheme.
No, I understood. 29th, cooperative bank is not part, but now they had come to ICICI.
Agreed, but then they can't give you emergency assistance under this scheme.
There will be another loan, Gautam sir, but this
you can avail separate loan. You can take something else, but this scheme will not qualify.
Okay.
This scheme will not qualify.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I received a message anonymously. They said that though it is mentioned, they would still like to know what if the firm does not have any current loan or any outstanding. Can they still avail this loan?
No, sir.
Okay.
But there's one more question I thought from some colleague, Gaurav.
Yes, sir. We received a message from Prasanna, who's asking if the scheme is for less than 5 crores.
Yeah, credit exposure less than 25 crore, 25 of the 20% of that is 5 crores.
Right.
At the most, you can get 5 crores under this scheme.
Gaurav, answer is
हाँ जी।
yes, and maximum you can get is 5 crores. प्रसन्ना जी को
Right.
बता दीजिए.
जी सर।
So please.
29th March, when the first this relief package was announced, 10% of your existing loan, public sector banks were offered to all the eligible borrowers as an ad hoc support, and that was somewhere around 6.8 and 6.85%. But then at 6.85%, if you are getting any money, that is unbelievable, I would say. But that is what government is giving to us.
So I have a question, Anjay sir.
Yes, please.
Is the 10% ad hoc loan, is there a cutoff date for that as well? For availing that loan?
See, frankly, I did not come across a formal notification. It was only through a press release it was announced, and banks started disbursing. So I don't have much insight about that scheme, but many of my friends have already availed that 10%.
Okay. So it would be a sensible option for our members or for us to approach our banker and
Exactly.
talk to him about this.
Yes, yes. 29th March announcement. If you have that press release, somehow if you can come across that press release, it was mentioned there, and banks are releasing that money.
Okay.
At this time, I would request Gaurav to please read what I've just
Yes,
sent by
sir.
WhatsApp.
Yes, sir. Certainly. So first of all, Menon sir, we have to thank you that you could convince Anjay sir to be with us. So lot of gratitude to you to be with us for from TiE Hubli. For friends who have just joined us, and Menon sir today decided to invite Anjay sir also to be a part of this this webinar. And Anjay sir is actually Honorable Secretary from Jharkhand Small Industries Association, and he is also a member of Micro Small Enterprise Facilitation Council of Jharkhand, and member of Advisory Committee at Jharkhand State Electricity Regulatory Commission. And he himself has been running an MSME unit for last 21 years. So, sir, thank you so much for taking the time out once again from all of us at TiE Hubli. And thank you, Menon sir, for going out of your way to get a guest speaker for us. So it's really, we are really in deep gratitude to you, sir. Thank you so much.
So I will
Gaurav, I
say,
think that we forgot to mention that Anjay sir is also a jury member on the E-Samadhan committee.
absolutely.
Yes,
that is
yes. Yes.
Micro Small Facilitation Council.
Yes, yes. A lot of your members must have remembered that we spoke extensively in the last webinar about E-Samadhan, and I think if you have any specific kind of query regarding that, you can also post it to Anjay sir, who's also on the board, like Ajay just mentioned actually.
So E-Samadhan, all of you would remember when sir is just showing it here, is for...
I'll read out, sir, if you allow me, sir.
Yeah, please.
It's an excellent platform provided to MSME for recovery of payment dues. A quasi-judicial platform headed by the Director of Industries. Simple procedure with minimal formalities, no need of an advocate. Process cost between minimum is 1,000 rupees and maximum is 5,000 rupees. Payment to be made within 45 days of supply. Please note this, is very important. Payment has to be made within 45 days of supply, irrespective of any payment terms mentioned in the contract. Even if you have signed a contract which says the payment will be made at 90 days, you can approach this forum after 45 days. There is a deemed acceptance clause of 45 days. After 45 days, none of the buyer can raise the issue related to quality, short supply, or anything else. Interest payable by buyer for delayed period is 3 times of RBI bank rate compounded monthly. Sir, 2 years back, it amounted to somewhere around 28%. Today, it's somewhere around 17-18%. Appeal is admissible at higher court only after prior deposit of 75% of award amount. And the claim of award amount is recoverable like a land revenue area. Your district commissioner or a collector can attach any property of the buyer if you have the award in your favor. This is a very strong platform for all of us. Officially, we write that the case matter would be resolved within 90 days, but yes, practically it doesn't happen, because once the lawyer comes into the picture, their interest is to take 2-3 dates and then file a affidavit, then a counter affidavit, and delay the matter. But then, yes, even if there is a delay, you are eligible for the interest. And it's a very simple process to file a complaint in this procedure.
Yes, sir. I had a comment from Deepali madam, who
Yes.
wished to inform that KSFC is giving loan at 4% interest rate for
Excellent.
women entrepreneurs.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
Karnataka State Finance Corporation, I think, and they are giving loan at 4%. So Deepali madam.
Superb, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Is it okay, sir?
Perfect, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Deepali ma'am, thank you very much for that information. Keep spreading this knowledge.
Yeah, this is with regard to the process that is to be followed to, to file a complaint.
You have to go to the MSME website, www.msme.gov.in, and then there you would get a link of e-Samadhan. Go to that link.
Gaurav, can you please note this down and put it up on the chat window for everybody to, to
Certainly
understand this better as well?
And then there is the portal, the link would keep on hand holding you, and you just keep on filling up the data. Once that is complete, you will have an automatic acknowledgement of the case, and then the case would be delivered to the office of the Director Industries of your state. Then once you have to approach that office, because they may need some hard copies to verify what you have submitted. And there is this processing fee has to be deposited, so that you have to check with your state how that needs to be deposited.
Okay.
Once everything is done, automatically the notice would be served to the buyer, and buyer is obliged to reply. If he doesn't reply, then maybe a second opportunity will be given, and then if it doesn't come back, then the next party order will be passed. If the buyer contests and say that there was some mistake or some claim, counter claim, then the process keeps on taking up, because they will file their reply, then you have to file their reply. That may take some time. But by my experience, if the buyer is a genuine person, 90% of the people tend to settle the matter immediately with you out of court. Because once the award is pronounced, he is bound to pay interest. So 90% of the buyer would approach you and say to take the principal and close the matter. And personally, I would say that we have to also to be reasonable, because we have to focus on the business and not on the legal matters. So amicably, if it is resolved, nothing like it, but don't compromise below the principal amount in any case. That I would advise. Because as such, whatever the delay is there, you are bound to get a good hefty amount of interest on that.
Okay.
Sir, we've got a couple of questions.
Yes,
on,
please. Yes,
the
we'll
chat
take
group.
one by one.
Shripad ji is asking if there are any charges to be given to e-Samadhan for recovery.
Yes, it's only just process cost. Minimum is 1,000 rupee and maximum is 5,000 rupees.
Okay.
Nothing else.
And, Sachin sir, Dr. Sachin Kulgod is asking if the e-Samadhan complaint can be filed only against the government payers or any other buyer, any private enterprise or retail outlets.
Anybody.
Okay.
Irrespective of the constitution, irrespective of the standing, anybody, you can file a complaint against anybody. You need to have some basic document. One is that you have to have a purchase order or a written contract. You have to have a proof of the delivery invoice, and if you have made some correspondence to them for releasing the payment, even if it is one-sided. You are lucky if the gentleman has deducted TDS on your invoice. That adds to the support to claim that he has accepted my invoice. During earlier period, there was a provision to issue C forms or a state form. If that the buyer has issued you a form, then that proves that he has accepted the transaction. So if you have some document which can prove the genuineness or the acceptance of the transaction, that speeds up the whole process.
Sir, yeah, is there that we have to deposit some amount other than the expenses? Like if it's
No,
10 lakh
nothing.
is pending. Nothing.
Nothing. It's 1% of the claim amount. Maximum is 5,000 rupees.
No? Okay. Thank
And
you.
minimum is 1,000 rupees.
Excuse me.
Sir, yes, please. Yes, ma'am.
Actually, after the last class only, I tried to file the grievance, but
Yes.
then it is not user friendly. And what it says is when we select the department, the district is only Simla, which is available there. We cannot select Karnataka and our districts there.
No, I don't think you. It's available pan India. You can file a complaint at this single portal.
Is that Deepali, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. No, sir, you please answer. Yeah. I'm so happy somebody is applying things. That's why I said Deepali.
I tried a lot of time, and it is only for Himachal and Shimla only
No,
showing
no,
there.
no, ma'am. It's a pan India single portal. So I think there is some gap between what you have tried to do it. Otherwise, maybe I can help you out on that. That is not a big issue at all.
So the link is esamadhan.nic.in, no?
I'm not sure on that, but you can go to MSME portal.
Okay.
And from there, you can go to the eSamadhan link.
Okay, with your permission, respected sir, I will show them that link after your presentation.
It's out here, sir. It's out here somewhere.
Okay,
here.
lovely. Okay, lovely.
Anjay sir, there is one more question for you from Dr. Sachin.
Yes.
He asks if there is a validity on the invoice date. For example, he says that can we file after 2 years of non-payment? So he hasn't received his payment possibly for past 2 years.
No problem. Even if you have not, you send a registered letter, you send an email for the reminder. If they have responded back to any of your 2 years back also, because in India there is a time barring provision of 3 years, and that can also be extended if you keep on making correspondences. So 2 years is absolutely no issue at all.
Okay.
Sir, there are some questions.
Yes, please.
Vikram ji is asking if a complaint can be filed against a supplier where he didn't supply and didn't refund the advance amount that was taken.
Sir, there is a alternate platform for this. You can write, but then it depends who is the supplier. If it's a government, if it's a public sector or a private limited company, you can certainly rake up at champions.gov.in. CHAMPIONS champions.gov.in. This is another powerful tool for MSMEs. There may be many people who have dealt with government, their earnest money is stuck, their security deposit is stuck, or they have made advance payment, some material has come and the balance is lying there and they are not refunding for years. All such cases should be reported to champions.gov.in, and I have fantastic experience about this portal. This portal directs your complaint to the respective director of MSME of that state, who is the central government representative, and is bound to reply within a fixed timeline to the head office. Any matter or grievance of MSME can be raised at this point. Any problem, payment related issues with government, PSUs, undertakings can also be addressed here. Any tender related matter can also be addressed, like if any tender has been issued and where they have put in certain eligibility criteria where we MSMEs cannot qualify, whether it be state, whether it be center. We have successfully turned down 5 tenders in last 1 year through this portal only. Like, otherwise, in most of the cases, like your state electricity boards must not be making payments in time to many of the suppliers. That happens pan India. So all such issues you can raise up at this platform, and rest assured the matter would be taken up on priority. This is the last one I would say. I would request all of you to join a vibrant MSME association. They hardly charge at the most 5,000 rupees a year. Even in 10 years time, if you get one good information from that association, whatever you have paid in 10 years, that much more may come back to you. there were various schemes in the past. I don't know how many of you have availed that. One was that CLCSS scheme, credit linked capital subsidy scheme, in which we were eligible for 15 lakhs rupees grant straight from central government. I don't know how many. Then another scheme was there of 2% interest subvention scheme, which was up to 31st of March 2020. So
can we apply for interest subvention now if we have not applied?
One document I had yesterday which said that RBI has asked all the banks to submit their claim within 30th of June 2020.
Okay.
So if your bank has not submitted, in fact, this facility was to be provided by banks themselves. Only two documents were required. One was your GST certificate and one was your MSME certificate, which obviously all banks have it. So if the bank has not done it, it is a lapse on their part. But then instead of getting into an confrontation with the bank, better approach them and ensure that your claim is filed so that you get this money.
So it is for SSI or MSME?
Sir, there is no SSI as such in India now.
As earlier they were giving for industry. In MSME now the traders also there. So it is applicable to traders also?
Yes.
Thank you.
SSI is no longer existing in India after 2006.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
It's a MSME, micro small enterprise only now.
Okay.
So there is one more private question that has come in. This member would like to know whether are there any benefits out of this for a 1-year-old startup?
Well, there are schemes for startup, but unfortunately I am not updated on that. So I'll prefer not to comment on that.
So the answer
maybe,
to that,
maybe sir can do it.
Yeah. So answer to that with respected Anjay sir's permission. But if you're saying a startup, I'm assuming you've just started 1 year back. I don't know if you are a senior, then I would say respected sir. If you are a student, I would say respected. But very simple. You have to register under Startup India. That's a different scheme altogether. It's very easy. You have to go to Startup India website, right, and then register. Once the registration is complete, I'm so happy you're asking this question in this platform. You get a tax holiday for 5 years. You can get a tax holiday for 5 years, plus other additional benefits, right? You can write to Gauravji. I will send the Startup India notifications to Gauravji because I'm a big believer in entrepreneurship, right? So you just write to Gauravji, I'll send the notification. So one-line answer for you, lot of benefits if you register under Startup India, right? Startup India. But please note, today we are talking about stimulus package, MSMEs, but no problem. Please ask your question. You'll get a solution. Only thing is I'll send the notifications through Gauravji. Gaurav, just remind me, please.
Certainly, sir. Will do. We also got a message from CA Gulabji, who said that for your payment validation, GSTR1 will help as an endorsement, and e-way bill also will add as a proof of material supplied. So just a message to kind of everybody.
Thank you.
But where is the proof of delivery or acceptance? This confirms that you have dispatched the material, but the buyer has received it or not.
Right.
This way will not confirm to that. The acknowledgement, some acknowledgement, whosoever has delivered to that buyer premise will certainly obtain some acknowledgement from the buyer.
Right.
So that interest subvention, it is there in cooperative society also. One of my friend has account there.
I'm not sure on that. Sorry, I'm not sure.
He said if interest subvention of 2% is not paid by the bank, whom should we contact?
First, you should approach your bank itself. See, ultimately, you can go to banking ombudsman, you can write to the chairman of the bank, you can write to, as a citizen, you can go to anybody, including the prime minister, who stops you. But then it has to be taken one step at a time. So first you give your letter to the bank, wait for some time. If they don't respond, flag up the issue to the higher authority, and then you can go to banking ombudsman, or you can write to MSM. You can raise the issue at the champions.gov.in. MSME ministry will take up the matter with the bank at the higher authority of the bank.
So, Menon Saab and Anjay ji, I just have a point to make here.
Please.
What we will do is, I think that this is very, very good learning for us, what we're getting to understand the information that is coming to us. What we at TiE Hubli can do is, we plan to launch an MSME help desk, which can assist all our members. And I would request that, you know, in case we have questions, we request, a patient hearing from the two of you to help us out in the future.
Always, always,
Always, sir.
always.
Pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, can I continue?
Yes, please, please, sir. Please, sir.
Yes, please.
So I would just like to show you certain things and repeat what was said. New definition of MSMEs have come in. So this is that website that sir was speaking about. You can take a screenshot. I will send my slides across to you. And then when you come there, it's amazing. I was shocked, you know, to see the sort of work that is happening by the government of India. So this opens out, what do you want? I want to get into a credit guarantee scheme. Click, opens out. Absolutely amazing website. What do you want? I want to register for Udyog Aadhaar. Here it is. Oh, today's session was very good, but you know, I want to know where is Samadhan. It's all there. You have to hunt for it somewhere here. Yeah, here it is.
Yes, it is there.
That's it. And nobody ever has exposed us to this one here. I repeat, everybody should register. E-Samadhan, the only point is you should be an MSME, that's all. If there is a government in front of you, your money is due from a private party, if your money is due from a proprietary firm, doesn't matter. The registered person who is complaining should be, sir is saying something, sir, all yours.
Sir, this Samadhan is only for micro and small, not for medium.
So please understand, right? The entire logic here is the government wants to protect micro and small.
Sir, another question I would like to ask them. Are they getting loans under credit guarantee scheme?
Super.
Collateral free loan?
This one is what sir is talking about. 2 crores.
Are banks in your area giving loan under credit guarantee scheme, collateral free? So that is where your association is required. You write to the state SLBC, write to the district level banking committee that the banks are not providing this facility. Write to your director of industries.
That's it.
The other day, I tell you, within 5 days of your complaint, the banks would start running around you to offer that money.
SBLC complained straight away. Delayed payments. One very good thing sir mentioned, and I'm sure my Gaurav would have written it down. Even if your contract says beyond 45 days, MSME should be paid within 45 days. Trade receivable discounting system. Again, you can discount the money, get upfront liquidity. Your ISO certification is reimbursed. And please note, the banks have a limit of, banks have to compulsorily lend up to 40%. So Reliance is not priority sector. You are priority sector, Ajay Saab. Gautam ji, you are priority sector. This is this thing that should come into all of you all, that, you know, and I work for Reserve Bank of India. Anjay ji knows that. Priority sector norms are examined across foreign banks. If a foreign bank does not meet it, we ask them to give that money to NABARD. It's very simple. If you are in India, 40% should go to priority sector. You are priority sector, respected colleagues. Are you aware that if you are a standard asset as on January and today you are facing trouble, you are eligible to get a loan under this scheme for stressed assets? That's all is what we are trying to say. Wonderful scheme. Fund of funds. I was talking
there's this point where which was mentioned that there is a concession on electricity bills which could be availed as well.
So that is where I checked with Anjay Saab, and he was very clear. He said, because he is on the electricity board, right, it is a state subject. It varies from state to state. And Ajay sir, in the Telegram group, right, many students from Punjab have been able to avail it. Some students from Daman have been able to avail it. Maharashtra, some students have not been able to avail it. So it's a state subject. Electricity is state subject. You could check with Karnataka, but please note, there is a provision under law that, you know, you should get electricity, right, at reasonable rates. Please check it. And that's where your local MSME comes into play. You can also get the banks to infuse equity into your company. Where in the world will you get this? And you can get listed on a main board exchange or a SME exchange. So the bank will give a loan to the promoters. Promoters will infuse it as equity, fund of funds. And then the government will say, come on, list yourself. So you could have the next big thing so you could be the next Sun Pharma. And just
I've just checked at Bangalore. They have been given benefit under COVID on fixed charge of electricity for 3 months. They have already received from April and May, and June they would receive. So if you have not been given fixed charge relief on electricity, you can approach your state government. They have given at Bangalore, so they must give across the state.
Yes.
50,000 crores have been infused through TDS and TCS rate reduction. If this happens, I think this is a game changer. The taxpayer is finally getting recognized. A businessman is getting recognized in this country. They are no longer thinking of the feeling of East India Company. So business people always are looked at as if these are East India Company. They are coming to take over our country. Now at least we are having that. Right? I believe the government is trying to encourage business people. What are we to say for this? The government itself is saying up to 200 crores, right? Procurement is only going to be Make in India. So that means the foreign entities can't come. Are you aware of these provisions? If yes, good, make use of it. Another very big thing, there is an e-market which is opening up. The government is saying continuously, government is pushing government itself to pay within 45 days. Last time there was a wonderful question from a dear colleague. I'm sure he's there in the participants. Class and seniors and young colleagues, this is the answer. And I hope this has been an eye-opening session for all of you all. Gaurav, it's a pleasure to take queries, please.
Friends, if you have any question, feel free to ask, or you can even message on our group chat, or some of you all have WhatsApped me. You could do that as well, please.
And members, to all our member friends, I think that we must appreciate the fact that Mr. Menon, out of his own, invited Mr. Anjay Pacheriwala over here to share his vast knowledge on the subject that is being discussed over here today. There is a lot of help which I think that the government has initiated for the MSMEs in India. It's just a matter of us being opening our eyes to it, being aware to it, and addressing it. I promise you from TiE Hooghly that we will form a kind of a committee which will look into this and which will help all our members.
Anjay ji, our job is done. But thank you for your time, sir. I was waiting for this to come. I was sure it will come. Thank you.
Sir, there is a question if there are any further subsidies for MSME or any subsidy for loans over and above what you said. Any subsidies?
You must be having various benefits from the state. Have you checked those benefits? Capital subsidy is available from the state. GST reimbursement is available to MSME. Interest subvention is also available. See, it may vary from state to state. I can't say, I haven't studied the Karnataka policy, but then these are the common things available. Like if we look at this PF contribution which the government has given to us, if you calculate the amount of PF refund, 12% per month into 6 months, that makes it as good as a one month salary.
Sir, there is a question from Vaishali Madam. If for 1 year startups, what is the site to register? Is it startupindia.gov.in?
Yes.
That's the right one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Every entrepreneur should talk to his bank and ask him why my rating is bad.
Super.
What you have found missing in my balance sheet or in my loan proposal.
Absolutely superb point, sir, actually. And we are surely going to be making a note of everything that you said and for
sir,
the benefits of our members.
And I tell you, sir,
to
make use of SLBC, State Level Banking Committee. It's a very good platform for us MSMEs to address our issue. I can tell you one experience. I tell you at least some 10 years back, I had went into one of the meet. They gave that X amount we have given to MSMEs in the state. I was surprised because I was aware they have not given a single penny at that time to any of the MSMEs. So I request the chairperson at that time, sir, with your due respect and due permission, can you please ask the bank to provide the detail of the loans that they have given to MSME? And they were caught red-handed for giving a wrong statement and wrong reporting to the RBI. So that is the strength of an association.
Absolutely. Like the way what Ajay has said, I'm sure we will spearhead at TiE Hubli a forming of this MSME association, and we will incorporate everything that you said, Anjay ji. Thank you so much, and we would also love to have you on board, guiding us so that we can drive the local ecosystem.
Certainly, I'm available, sir. Anytime you need me, I'll be available to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That is so magnanimous of you. Thank you so much, sir. Gaurav, may I request you that since everything is very fresh right now, why don't you create a little report and share it? We could have some of the key stakeholders over here also adding to the report, and let's take this forward very seriously. I think the help desk will be a good addition to and an extension to what TiE is trying to do to benefit our members.
Certainly, sir. Absolutely. Menon sir, I had a few questions,
please.
And I also received over WhatsApp as well. For the fund of fund that you, what authority do they have to approach, sir? Is it the local bank only? Even if they don't have an account with the bank?
They have to, no. They have to approach first of all, right? Be very clear. You are now parting with equity, so it's not a loan thing. And then they have to go across to a bank. SIDBI is much better. It is fund of fund scheme from SIDBI. Fund of fund scheme from SIDBI. But please also mention to the colleagues who have raised this question, they are parting with equity. Okay, so that tomorrow they should not come back and say Menon sir came and said, and then we diluted 20% at lower valuation. So let's get that very clear. It's not a loan thing. They are parting with ownership. No, I need to be very clear as a teacher. I should be guiding properly. So that scheme is available, right? It is fund of funds. You have to approach SIDBI, but the fact is you are diluting your stake, right? So now,
would you have a representative from the government on your board, sir?
Yes. They will appoint independent directors like Shri Anjay ji here, who will represent the government. They will have independent directors. Absolutely.
Okay.
So they will either say you list yourself on a stock exchange, or they say you buy back the shares. That's the way it goes. But they will look for an exit. They look for an exit. And anybody who wants to list yourself, I think it's a very good thing to go for.
Sir, is it an optionally convertible or it is?
No. It is, Rohanji, you're parting with equity. You're parting with equity.
Okay.
Straight dilution. I use the word dilution. You're straight away diluting.
Then they see the value. How do they make a valuation, sir?
So they will have, Gautamji, they'll do their own valuation, which, as you know, government will be conservative. That is why I was going on repeatedly saying, Rohanji got the point that, be careful. This should be used if you want the government to be on the board, and that, if you believe, will increase future valuation. Otherwise, the valuation, sir, we all belong to the CCI era, right? So I don't want to tell you. The valuation will not be as what any angel investor or anybody pays you. No doubt about it.
Are there any new opportunities in light of new reform programs that have been announced?
So Gaurav, this is my next session for you all. Along with that, I will be doing what Anjay ji said, what makes a strong balance sheet. So my mission now is very simple, stronger balance sheets for all. So next session, I would like to do this. What is a new business area? I'm on a mission. It's a simple thing. Now, none of you all told me, but I requested the gentleman to come because I knew it will add value. If businesses survive, India will survive. I'm very clear about that. If businesses survive, 20 people will have their food, your employees, your customers, right? Your suppliers. So next time I will be talking about new areas, new business areas, and the government has opened up a lot of things with tax-free income. Please note tax-free income legally. Okay, tax chori nahi karenge hum log. Tax-free income legally, and also we will talk about stronger balance sheets. Stronger balance sheets. So दो चीज साथ में करना है मुझे.
Okay. Thank you. I think that we've had some fantastic learnings today, and I hope that all our members take this away. we will try to share a little report. And Gaurav will also will also be sharing the slides with you in case you haven't taken any screenshots.
No, I'm
Then
giving
we
it
would
straight
request
away.
Mr. Menon to share the
No, I've given
presentation
it
with us.
already shared.
He's already sent
Okay,
it to me.
thank you, sir. Gaurav, if you could just ask Vishal and team to please share it with all our members, I think everybody will appreciate that as well. And Menon,
Certainly,
sir,
we will.
before I hand over to Gaurav to do the formalities of thanking you, let me just tell you that the chingari that you lit, we are on this mission with you, and I hope that whatever good comes out of it will be towards the benefit of our members of TIE first, and then to the local ecosystem of our cities and the North Karnataka region. That is what we look at igniting. So thank you very much,
Thank you,
you
sir. Sir,
and
Ajay
especially
sir,
Anjay sir for spending his valuable time with us. Gaurav, please, this is your duty now.
Sir,
Vote of
Ajay
thanks.
sir, Ajay sir, Anjay sir, Gaurav ji. So one last thing, again, my personal request. I'm doing all this not selflessly. I'm very, very selfish. That
Yeah.
all of you all should please donate for this. I'm very, very selfish. I'm very clear about that. People are dying of hunger. We can't let that happen to our brothers and sisters, right? It's a humble request. It starts with 200 rupees, right? And it is a movement that I want you all to take forward. Okay, so I'm again making this appeal to you all. And yes, I'm there on this social media thing. Telegram, as sir said, I suspect that interest subvention scheme I put on Instagram. I'll get it out for you. Gaurav, over to you, but this is not the slide I want to end with. This is the slide I want to end with. Yep.
Thank you so much, Menon sir. And sir, thank you for taking the time out. Particularly, I'd like to acknowledge Anjay ji's contribution. Sir, thank you so much. You have really shown us that it is possible. You are, also running an MSME, and we will definitely, incorporate everything that you've said. Like they say, it only takes a spark to get a fire going, and today you've lit a spark. I'm sure once Ajay says that the MSME help desk is going to be launched, it will be launched, and you will see a lot of changes coming in from Hubli, and a lot of benefits to our MSME ecosystem over here. So thank you so much, Anjay ji, once again,
Thank you.
and thank you so much, sir. And Menon Saab, what can I say? Thank you so much, sir. You went out of your way to get Sanjay ji, and thank you so much for taking the time out. And we are sure that we will be able to implement everything that you said, and we will come back to you with a lot of success stories, lot of stories from TIE Hubli, which will kind of add to your mission of seeing businesses prosper.
Thank you, dear Gaurav.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anjay ji. Thank you.
Thank you,
Ajay ji.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Anjay sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, everybody.